Hey,
Hello.
we're live from the restaurant kitchen. I'm in here annoying Jay about some food stuff that's going on. We haven't done a video in a while, so tune in. Today, what are we talking about?
We're going to talk about like nutrients and fresh vegetables today.
Cool. Why? Because I think I walked in and we saw some
Bang.
pumpkin.
Yeah, exactly.
We saw some pumpkin.
So we've got some fresh pumpkin that's just come out of the steamer.
But how fresh is it?
Like fresher than fresh.
Seasonally fresh?
Seasonally fresh. So pumpkin's in season at the moment, which is really good. We have a great relationship with our produce guy, our market. So we basically get it harvest and then we pick it up the next day and then we process it, and within hopefully an hour or two this will be in our frozen meals.
Yep. So you talked about harvest there, so fresh.
Yeah.
Is it about when it was harvested? So when do you roughly think this was harvested?
Yesterday.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So
if not this morning, you know what I mean? So
that's
a big deal to us. I mean, that's the difference. I mean, you can't get any fresher than say your home garden produce into a meal, but this is probably the closest you can get to fresh.
Cool. Yeah. So what do people have to watch if they're getting I was going to say nutrients, but if they're getting food from supermarkets and things?
Well, it's very simple, to be honest. Like basically as soon as it's harvested, it starts losing all its nutrients. Like they just start going. So the quicker you can get it either cooked or the good thing with frozen meals is we lock in all those nutrients as quick as we possibly can. So it actually, but in terms of like looking for, keeping an eye on things, we look at everything from the colour, which is just beautiful, the smell, just everything about it. Like that will be absolutely sweet and beautiful because it's in season, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we use a lot of references around here. We have like, seasonal calendars.
You hold the mic and I'll move.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. So yeah, we keep an eye on all that sort of stuff. We take all our fresh produce really, really serious. So, and that's it's a big part of what we do.
You're talking about the calendar.
Yeah, just over here. So we're always up to date, and we know what we're doing in terms of veggies, where they come from. We try to keep everything local produce as best we can. But yeah, this is just always a good guide to make sure. I mean, obviously the cost of veggies out of season go up too, so you've got to be very careful of what you use.
Is there a season like for pumpkins?
Absolutely. So for example, if you look up here, there's pumpkins out of season in January, October, November, December, and anywhere in between, they're in season. Right now is probably the best for pumpkin, hence the reason I wanted to show you guys, because you can see the colour of it. It really pops. It's cooked absolutely perfectly. We're then going to cool it. Steve here is then wrapping them, and then they sort of just go straight into our tray. And then the other process out the back is the rest of the meals are getting developed as we speak. And then we all sort of time it, and they get into the little frozen meal packages as quick as possible. And then we lock all the nutrients in as quick as we can. For example, like with a supermarket, they'll get harvested, then they'll be in transit, then they'll get processed.
How long could that take?
So it could be a week, it could be 2 weeks. You just don't know, and that's the problem. It's not
what's
it's not
happening
fresh.
to the nutrients, Jay?
You've lost majority of them, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Like you've lost a lot of nutrients, and the idea with fresh vegetables and fresh produce is like it tastes a lot better. I mean, look at that. It's just perfect, eh?
Awesome.
Yeah, and so we have the same thing. We're very particular with our spuds and what type of potatoes we're using. Potatoes are a funny one with seasons as well, so you've got to be careful of what you're using.
Cooling, are they?
Yeah.
Nice.
These ones are cool enough. These ones have just come out of our steamer.
Awesome.
Yeah, so they're bloody good.
Awesome. Love it, bro.
Yeah.
Cool. I saw what else you got there, some carrots. So
Yep,
what's the story with carrots and seasonality and things? They're pretty good all year, are they?
Yeah, so carrots are a good one. I mean, once again, if I refer to the seasonal chart, obviously the carrots are all year round.
Yeah.
They do have, ins and outs and stuff like that, but particularly carrots are all year round. As long as you prepare them well, fresh again, like we're always looking for fresh vegetables,
so
fresh produce.
Seasonality and fresh equals like more nutrients. Better for you.
Exactly, tastier, cooks well, healthy, all that sort of thing. So,
awesome.
Yeah, works well. Works really, really well.
Cool. Good. Where are we, Jay?
So we're just at our busy little kitchen here in North Canterbury, getting ready to roll. Really, there's a lot going on, and don't know if you can see out there, but
it's 10 to 11.
10 to 11. So
the restaurant open?
Opens at 11. So it's all go now. People flying around everywhere, which is really good.
Cool.
Yeah, no, we're all excited.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Okay. Back on the mic,
annoying.
Annoying Jay. So Jay, it's 10 to 11. You're in your restaurant kitchen.
Yep.
You also produce frozen meals. How does all this shit work?
Well, it all comes together. There's a lot of people everyone's doing different little jobs. The main one is that we all understand that all our produce is fresh, rotated, sourced from local as much as possible. And yeah, it basically all just comes together. Everyone has their own little little jobs to do.
Awesome. So you're using the same ingredients that you use in your restaurant today. So when does your restaurant open again?
11, so 10 minutes.
So 10 minutes time the restaurant's open. So someone's ordering a roast of the day.
Yeah.
They're going to get the same beautiful fresh pumpkin.
Exactly. So we've tied in the restaurant meals with the frozen meals. So basically everything's made every day from scratch, and we all just go as hard and fast as we can, and we plan a lot, and then basically what you get in the restaurant is exactly what you get in terms of quality into our frozen meals.
And you can't see it off it's out of the shot here, but I'm looking at popcorn chicken. And can we buy this frozen, Jay?
We can do. Well, it's going to be. It's going to be one day.
Oh my gosh!
Have a look at that though. It's better than KFC.
It's epic. It's epic. Yeah, this is one of the top 3 dishes in the restaurant. Yeah,
but we're still in testing mode because
that was a joke. I wasn't. Wow.
No.
That's
we want to do it. We definitely want to do it. People love fried chicken, right?
Imagine.
We're like mad scientists trying to figure out how to freeze stuff and reheat it, and if it loses its kind of quality.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't lose its quality, then we're happy to freeze it. Like, I'm a firm believer now that frozen is the new fresh. I've really figured that out. Times are changing, and we're happy with what we're doing.
Yeah. So that's a surprise. I was just So popcorn chicken. So what I was thinking when you were saying that, Jay, was like, so is that where your sort of years of experience with foods, because it's one thing to talk about nutrients, but it's another thing to be able to deliver quality.
Correct.
So
what's that all chef, about? I've been cooking for 23 years. I've been in kitchens and I have a lot of experience, and just over the last sort of 5 years, I've just sort of started to figure out, like, obviously quality and our standards as chefs is always very, very high. There's nothing we won't do to jeopardize that or anything like that. So when it comes to frozen meals, we're like mad scientists, just testing and trialing and hopefully trying to get everything we do as chefs into frozen. We do believe that is the freshest way to get your vegetables and get your produce if it's prepared correctly and sourced properly.
It sounds like the work for you, or the kind of the mission for you, has been to be able to deliver that in a frozen format.
Correct, yeah. And we've definitely learned a lot, and it's been great, and we've had lots of great feedback thus far, and we're really excited about the future and the menus and all the new stuff we can bring you guys. And,
you always seem to be innovating, I think, which is cool, listening to the customers.
Definitely,
I get to talk to customers all the time, and it's great, and
I mean, also the only difference really from the restaurant and say the frozen side would be the way we do prepare the some of the produce. So there might be, it's all the same produce, but just maybe slightly prepared differently to adapt for the quality of frozen. Yeah. But it's no
awesome.
Nasties. It's all fresh. It's all snapped, frozen at the peak of freshness by like a great team of people that are all busy, all hungry, all excited and passionate, and that's what us.
Do you feel like that energy comes from, we've all watched the chef movies and things like that, that comes from being part of a busy restaurant, 7-day kind of restaurant environment?
Absolutely. It is literally no different to what you'd see on TV. It gets absolutely hectic in here. Everyone is dripping sweat off their chin. I'm just looking at Travis over there. Everyone's running around, everyone's stressed, but at the end of the day, we have the same goal, and it's to produce the most beautiful, elegant, flavoursome, fresh food. Everyone loves food. I love food. You love food. Everyone does. So our job and our passion is to give our customers just the best experience possible.
Awesome. Love it. Right, we might end it there.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks very much. Appreciate it. Talk soon.